What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the vehicles that will be having their price changed starting tomorrow in GTA Online. Now, you won't be looking at all of them since some of the price changes aren't really that much of a big difference, but if you do want to see all the price changes, I will leave a link in the description to the newswire that Roxo did create. So today's video is going to be focusing a lot more on the top and most popular vehicles. So before we get into it, to make sure to subscribe and put on post notifications, and also don't forget to drop a like on the video as well. So the first vehicle that we have is the Buckingham M2. This is a helicopter that we have in GTA Online. Now overall, it's not getting that much of a price increase. It's only about 800k more. But it is a really good helicopter. The fact that you could have stealth mode, which can make you hide from enemies as well as cops, and also it's actually a really fast helicopter as well. So I would say if you do not have this helicopter already, spending 3.7 million definitely isn't too bad. The next vehicle is the Ramjet, and Rockstar is going to be increasing it to about like $520,000 more, which isn't that bad honestly, and it's not really that much of a useful vehicle, but it is fast because it has the boost turbo that's on the back, and it's also overall a really fun vehicle. This is a vehicle that I honestly always wanted to get, but I just ended up never buying it because I don't know, it's just not something I always look forward to, and it's just not something that I always felt like I was going to use. But it is something that in GTA Online that if you want to kill some free time or you just want to have fun with friends, this is something that I would definitely recommend to purchase. But if you do plan on using this just to drive around or whatever, then this is probably not the vehicle for you. This is overall just a vehicle that you want to use if you want to go fast or fly around the map and just do crazy trick shots and stuff. Overall, the only downside to this vehicle I will say though for sure is the fact that when it comes to the boost, it is a little bit crazy, a little erratic, and sometimes you can just get pushed into waters or like pools and stuff like that, and obviously the vehicle is going to get destroyed. So that's the annoying part, but besides that, it's an overall good vehicle. And then after that, we have the Luxo, which I would say is getting a pretty much about $1 million increase, which isn't the worst. Honestly, it's actually a bit more than $1 million. And I'm not really sure why Rockstar decided that they should increase the price, but I would say it's definitely still a good one to get. It is one of those vehicles in GTA Online that aren't helicopters or planes, but can actually fly, and we don't really have, that many. It's probably like only a handful. And obviously it has a big movie reference to Back to the Future, so if you're into that, this is definitely a vehicle that you should definitely get. And it's really nice because it's kind of like around the same speed as the MK2, maybe a little bit slower, but the fact that you can have a passenger, which just makes it a lot more nicer. And overall, I feel like it's a really cool vehicle when you just have it driving down the street. So I think the Luxo is honestly a really good one, especially if you do spend some time with friends, if you want to go around and just have fun. And then of course we have the one and only MK2, which is getting a $4.2 million increase. This is definitely probably the most controversial vehicle that we have in GTA Online. I would say if you do plan on using this mainly for grinding, then this is something that you definitely should get right now before the price does increase. If you do plan on doing, heist preps, sell missions, and just overall any type of mission where you can just make money from it, then this is the vehicle that you definitely want to get because it's going to help you get around a lot more faster. However, if you do want a kind of like counter to it, the Luxo, like I mentioned earlier, is something that's also good as well. Overall, the MK2 is best because it goes around fast, it doesn't take that much damage, it's easy to get off, and the main thing, which I think is probably the most important thing, is the fact that it can't really get hit that well. And also when it just comes to landings and overall, it's a lot more simpler. You don't have to deal with getting a big space to land a helicopter or a plane. It's just a nice small vehicle that you could just land anywhere, and this is extremely useful for grinding. I think pretty much everyone that grinds needs this vehicle. But if you do plan on griefing with it, this is not a vehicle to get because nobody likes griefing, and a lot of people are just gonna end up killing you anyways. So there's no point in getting that for griefing, especially with the recent nerfs that we had with the past updates. It's not going to be that useful. So if you do plan on griefing, don't even buy it. But if you do plan on grinding, this is definitely the time to get it. And also, if you do have the nightclub and the terabyte, you do get a discount if you do 5 of the client jobs and the terabyte. So that's something that you might want to keep in mind if you do plan on getting the MK2. Now after that, for the last vehicle, we have the TOMMROW. This is pretty much the the Stromberg MP2. It's just a slightly better version because it has boost. It's also a lot more faster. This is getting an increase of about, I would say, 800,000. Not the best, not the worst really. I think Rockstar is doing pretty good with it, but I think this is a vehicle that you definitely should get because it's really good, it's fast, and if you do enjoy the Stromberg, you're definitely gonna like this a lot more better. And this is a vehicle that I would definitely recommend that a lot of people do look into if you do purchase it. If you're not really into the type of person that goes that much in water or just really doesn't enjoy boosting cars on the street, and this is something that you might want to stay away from. But that's pretty much my top vehicles that I would recommend buying in GTA Online. The other ones, most of them are actually just going to be getting a decrease, and some of the other ones that are getting increased really aren't by that much, or they're just not that much of important vehicles that I see a lot of people using. But I would say though, for sure, for some of the vehicles that I mentioned on this list, which are, again, I'm going to go over them: the Akula, the Scramjets, the Luxo, the MK2, and also the Toreador. These are not vehicles that I would say that you have to go ahead right now and try to grind, you know, millions of dollars to try and buy before the price changes tomorrow. But if you do enjoy one of them, or if you know, like one of them that I did say, then I would say definitely go for it. And just know that the price increases are for most of them at least aren't that crazy, and you do have time to just make, you know, more money in the future. But I just want to let you guys know before Rockstar does make these price changes. But one of the most important ones for sure, if you do focus on grinding and our new GTA Online, is definitely the MK2, and this is definitely the day that you want to purchase it. So today, just know that today is going to be the last day. The MK2 is at around 3.8 million. After tomorrow, it's going to be 8 million plus. But as of this video, if you did enjoy, make sure to subscribe and put up post notifications. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section on what you guys think about these price increases. Drop a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.